Hello, it's Tom Myers, Superintendent, Bellevue Community School District, coming to you with this week's Midweek Minute or Two. Wanted to tell you some things going on here. Yesterday we had our Professional Learning Day. In the morning was spent by our staff, and we actually visited three local businesses. We visited Collins Aerospace right here in Bellevue. Then we went to Huskell and Macokota. Then we also went to Plastics Unlimited in Preston to see what is happening. It kind of follows up with our students and what our students did on October 16th, visiting some of these businesses and looking at what does it take to be successful out in the workforce beyond the school setting that way for our students, and then also for our staff to recognize this, and how can we put some of those things into our expectations, our normal daily routines here in school, and what do our students truly need to learn that way. A lot of times we seem to get obsessed with testing and everything like that, and connects with a book here called Disrupting Thinking, why how we read matters, but it goes much further than that. We cannot be hijacked by tests and hijacked by the other accountability standards out there. Those are important. Curriculum is very important, and we need to continue to improve in that area. Yet we also need to look at what are those things that are essential for success. Some of those that were mentioned by the different businesses yesterday to our staff members, along with our students in the past, were showing up on time to work, attention to detail, being able to pass a drug test, pure and simple. A willingness to learn, to adapt, a dedication to working, looking at learning different jobs and being adaptable. That whole adaptability type thing, it's not just one thing you're going to do. The impact of technology and working with technology. It's not the old manufacturing line, I do this all day long, one thing all day long. It moves beyond that way. And then also being able to read and understand, so that reading and comprehension, the whole communication aspect that way, including being able to talk about what's going on, present what's going on, and being able to work with others. Whole thing we're talking about here is that, as the book here says, innovation is the lifeblood of progress. It does not let us merely survive. Innovation is what lets us thrive, and innovators are what we need. So we need to, in school, be able to move things, change things around for students, let them adapt, let them develop those critical thinking and problem skills that are so important that way. And every business talked about how they have to change to what is needed in society by their people that purchase things from them. So a very worthwhile time for our staff and for our students in the past, hopefully. But I know our staff, based on some comments from yesterday, and I'm compiling all those, and I will share those at some point online or maybe in a situation like this. But just the ability to change and adapt to what's needed. As it says behind me here, process driven versus results driven. We have to understand the process and trust the process that we're in. Then that will lead to the results that we're looking for that way. And sometimes people ask me about that fat squirrel or flat squirrel. The fat squirrel is the squirrel that runs across the street, doesn't stop, has a goal of what they're going to do. The flat squirrel is the one that gets run over and doesn't survive and decides, well, I'm going to do this. Well, then I'm going to back up, do this, I'm going to go forward, back and back. By that time, they become a flat squirrel. So that's the fat squirrel and flat squirrel. I wanted to share that with you again, but we have to have a purpose in order to drive our motivation as well. So on that note, took longer than I planned on. Have a great week, everyone.